Hey guys, Chris coming at you from the land of 360p. How are you doing, guys? And welcome to one of my videos. Now, before I get started, did you guys see that freaking Man of Steel trailer? I'm gonna do a bigger breakdown. That's gonna be my next video because I missed a bunch of things just watching it. And there's a lot of cool stuff, a lot of subplots that's getting me really excited. Really excited for this movie. But in thinking about all these movies, I was like, you know, what is gonna be considered a success financially for these films? There's 4 coming out, 3 in the summer plus Thor, Dark World, 4 superhero movies coming out this year. All with different expectations, somewhat different audiences, different goals. So I wanted to discuss what's going to be a success and a failure for each movie. Iron Man 3. What would be a success for it? Iron Man 2 grossed over $500 million. Iron Man 3 grossed over $600 million. But the Avengers grossed $1.5 billion. So what's more reasonable to expect? Closer to Iron Man 2 numbers or closer to the Avengers numbers? Well, I have to say that Marvel Cinematic Universe, as much success and critical acclaim that it's had, it's actually never had a movie gross over $700 million. So all their Phase 1 movies never crossed the $700 million mark. The least financially successful Spider-Man, which is the one that came out last year, Amazing Spider-Man, grossed more than Iron Man 2, which was the most popular Iron Man film. With Marvel looking to set the tone for its next phase and for Avengers 2 and introducing all these characters and stuff, I have to say that they will be comfortable with anywhere from $800 to $1 billion. Anything less than that, and I think they're gonna just have to swallow that pill and say, hey, maybe Iron Man's not as popular as we thought, or, you know, we're done making Iron Man single franchises, he'll just appear in the Avengers. You might be saying 800 million's a lot, but this is their key character, one of the Marvel flagship characters now, probably second to Spider-Man. He's gonna have to hit some high number like Batman did. Man of Steel, this is a reboot of the Man of Steel. You have to take into account that rebooted origin films always start off rocky. A, because they're sticking to a source material that many people know a lot. Peter Parker gets bit with a spider. Hulk gets gamma rays in him. Batman's parents die and he, avenges the city of Gotham. I said that wrong, but whatever. Those reboots always do less because there's not a new original story. People wait for it on DVD, people wait to hear the reviews. Even the Batman Begins, which is considered really good, and the next 2 got $1 billion, it only made around $350–400 million. But this is different. Man of Steel, this is the first time we're getting a new look at Superman. There's an anxiousness around the comic book community to want it to do good, so the big wigs at DC see it and see that it's something that can be sustained and push a Justice League movie. So I'm hoping and wanting and predicting it to get 500 to 600 million. I would closer to 600. So I'm gonna predict it to get $550 million. That would be incredibly successful. It would show the bigwigs at DC, at Warner Brothers, that Henry Cavill is a good actor, that they hit something good for Superman, with an origin story, with a reboot, with Zod, who's not a popular character. So if it makes anywhere from 450 to 600, that is considered a success. Anything more than that, and DC is going to be announcing that they're going to make a Justice League in 2015, no doubt about it. Next, we have the Wolverine. This might be the least anticipated superhero film of this year, just because we've seen Wolverine in like 6 other films. Now we have a different story and going to Japan. This movie feels like something that would have been made, again, 2 or 3 years ago, or maybe even 5 years ago. Even Superman, you have Zod and a bunch of different villains and a possible Lex Luthor cameo, and you have all these things going on. You see that they're setting up this universe for Man of Steel. You see that Iron Man 3 is already part of a huge universe, as well as Thor, which I'm going to talk about. And now we have Wolverine by himself with no one else that you know besides possibly Silver Samurai, who you've read on Wikipedia, and that's it, And he's going to Japan. It's a very solo movie. Will this drive audiences to be really excited for it? I'm going to say that this movie, that they're hoping that it hits 300 million. Let's see what the box office, let's see what the production for that is. Yeah, they budgeted for about $100 million. You can assume another 20 to 50 million in marketing at least. 300 million would be solid for them. I don't predict it to make that much. Use 300 million nowadays is nothing with 3D and box office. Yeah, I could see it making 250 to 300, making its money back, but I don't expect to see a huge regenerated interest in Wolverine. And finally, Thor: The Dark World. This is interesting because it's a November release. It's not a summer release, but I think November releases have been proven to be pretty good. Think about it, like Skyfall, The Hobbit, The Django Unchained, I keep saying that. Like, all these movies have been releasing in November and doing pretty solid. It's like the second best opportunity to release a movie. You have Christmas and spring break. You have Christmas and winter break and Thanksgiving, I believe, is when it's releasing. Now, with that release date in mind, I can tell that Marvel's taking a different approach with Thor as opposed to Iron Man. Iron Man, they're wanting to set it off great. They're wanting to get you excited for it. They're wanting to make a lot of money on it. And they're wanting to get you excited for Phase 2 and the Avengers 2 and establish that character. Thor, it seems to me like they're wanting to do the same thing, but to a less extent. They just want to introduce his universe, get his movie out, continue to grow him as a character. But I don't think they're that caring as to if it makes $1 billion or not. I actually doubt that they expect it to make $1 billion. The last one made $400 million or $450 million, which was the second. It was a character that was second to Iron Man. Then it went Captain America and Hulk. For me, if it's a good story, good graphics, good effects, good action, good acting, everything a good package in a November release, I think is with the Avengers 2 having shown him to be, very popular, very funny and everything, and introduced him to everything. I think that a good number would be above 500 million. Anywhere from 5 to 750 is what they're expecting. $500 million to $750 million. As my prediction would go, I would assume I'm gonna guess it to get $660 million because I think there's gonna be some wild graphics, some repeat viewers, maybe some Easter eggs in the Marvel Universe that people are gonna be like, what? Was that Doctor Strange? What? Is that Loki stealing the Infinity Gauntlet or whatever? I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of little things, probably good after credit scene, good action. They better start using his hammer more. I'm sick of it. He needs to be knocking people 300 feet away from him and lightning. He needs to go into berserk mode. I mean, they need to really unleash this beast. Oh, and you know what else would be cool is if he grew his beard out, like a grizzly beard, and wore his freaking winged helmet, and he just came down for Avengers 2 like, I'm the god of thunder, damn it. Boom! He like knocks Loki, like, I don't know. Anyways, that's my prediction, guys. I think Iron Man 2 is going to lead the pack. You're going to have Thor and Man of Steel similar box office numbers, I believe. And then I think Wolverine's going to obviously bring out the caboose with a July release. What can you say, Wolverine? Hope you do good. But anyways, that's my box office predictions and estimations. Let me know what you guys think. What you guys think is going to be the most popular, the best, anything. Just let me know. Talk to me. And look forward to a Man of Steel good breakdown. Either sometime before next Saturday. I should try to get it done between now and then. Thanks for watching.